Do Amish people go to the store and get a pregnancy test to tell if they are pregnant, or how do they tell? So, where I'm from, no, they don't use pregnancy tests. Like, they don't go buy pregnancy tests to tell. Also, I was never pregnant as an Amish person, so I didn't experience that. However, their way of telling whether or not they are pregnant is literally when they don't get their period anymore. That's like their form of pregnancy test and knowing. But then they work a lot with midwives. So I don't know at what point and how soon they do go see the midwife. So they'll see a midwife, but my mom also had a doctor. Dr. Byler was my mom's doctor for all of her pregnancies. But the one thing that they do not do is they don't do ultrasounds. So my mom has 3 sets of twins. And when my twin and I'm a twin, when my twin and I were born, the doctor did not know that my mom was pregnant with twins because they don't do ultrasounds. My mom gave birth. This is a question I get a lot. My mom gave birth to almost all of 19 of the kids at a birthing center. One set of twins was born at a hospital because the doctor just kind of knew they were twins, and they were like, you got to go to the hospital. The other, one of my younger sisters, when she was born so quickly that they didn't have time to go to the birthing center. So always had a midwife, and then also had a doctor. So when my twin and I were born, my mom had her suspicions. Like, my parents were kind of like, yeah, we think they're twins, but they hadn't done an ultrasound. And my mom kind of like kept it from the doctor. Like, she didn't tell the doctor that she thinks it's twins. And so because she didn't want to have to go to the hospital to give birth, she wanted to be with the midwife at the birthing center. And so the doctor and the midwife were there, and I was born first. And after I was born, like, literally my twin was born like 5 minutes later. And I guess, like, my mom just recently told me this story. Like, I guess, like, shortly after I was born, the doctor kind of like looked at her with like big eyes, like, there's another one. And my mom kind of chuckled like, yeah, I know. So she was sneaky. But anyway, 5 minutes later, my twin was born, and that's how they do it. They don't have a lot of like interventions or anything like that. And my mom gave birth to all 19 of her kids unmedicated. She's a badass.